Now that I've worked a couple of shifts as an exam invigilator for Langara's Accessibility Services Department, I want to share with you what I wish I'd known before I started. First, the job is busy. The primary role of the invigilator is to ensure the integrity of the exam. This means separating students who are writing the same exam, making sure students comply with the exam rules, and reporting all suspected cheating or other suspected violations of the college's academic integrity policy to an accommodation assistant. To help ensure the integrity of the exam, it's really important to always maintain a presence in the room by walking around and observing student behavior. This can be a challenge, especially in an accessibility services exam environment, because you also need to manage arrivals, seat students and log them into computers, respond to student requests, facilitate students' accommodations, and manage the daily schedule. During the first 2 hours of my first shift as an invigilator, 2 students arrived late. An instructor wanted to meet with a student while the student was in the middle of an exam. I had to call an accommodation assistant because I suspected a student of cheating, and I had to call security to assist a student in medical distress. Those were definitely the busiest 2 hours of any shift I've worked. But there is a lot to juggle. You'll have late arrivals, requests for scrap paper and washroom breaks, exam and washroom break accommodations, student questions, instructor interruptions, suspected cheating, and medical emergencies. I've also found that it's worth reminding myself that I don't have to know all the answers. Invigilators are encouraged to keep their eyes on students and limit time on our phones, but we can look for information on our phones or in the invigilator binder as needed. For example, I know the procedures for managing late arrivals differ depending on how late a student arrives. Yet each time, I check the instructions for invigilators to ensure that I'm dealing with the situation correctly. My advice for new invigilators? Know the exam rules, know who and when to call for help, and prepare for any situation by knowing where to find the procedures.